Here is the grocery list. Everything we need is on that list.
Sweet. I like it.
Do not stray from the list, okay?
I won't. I'm like the professional grocery shopper. I do it all the time. I'll be back in like, I don't know, maybe like an hour? Somewhere around there?
Michael, stick to the list.
List. I got it. I love you.
Love you, bye.
What do you think?
What is that?
What do you mean?
What? Where is our car?
I got a great deal on this. Don't worry about the car. We'll get it tomorrow. It's gonna be fine. Well, look at it. This is sweet.
Whatever. Did you at least get the groceries?
I knew I forgot something. And welcome back to the Hangar Hideout. Now today marks a pivotal moment in any car guy's year, and that's when it's wintertime. It gets too cold to drive your Corvettes or your Mustangs or your sweet LS Swap 240s. It's time to go to sleep and you gotta drive your daily driver around. So there's a couple ways we could go about this. One, you could be a rich guy and have two really cool cars, one that works in the winter time and one that goes vroom vroom fast. But if you're like me, you gotta go to the cheaper option. Now I do have my Chevy Cruze, but in this car market, don't just sell that. Fun fact, that's the first car I've ever owned that had automatic windows. I've always been a roll down window kind of guy. This one actually has automatic windows too. Now, if your household is anything like mine, well then the rules are, you have the Corvette. That's where your money goes, that's your fun car. You don't deserve a cool daily driver. And your wife, well she gets to have the fun everyday car. And joke's on her, because I don't like cars newer than the 2000s. Like seriously, look at this thing. They don't make cars like this anymore. 2000s, everything's fancy and round. CTSV, that gets a pass. CTSV is a sick wagon. But look at this. This is a rad wagon. And nothing says rad dad like a badass wagon. And Exhibit A, sweet wagon. I shouldn't have to say this part, but Exhibit B, the raddest of dads. So I figure, why don't we take a look around this rat wagon. I don't really know much about it, except for when I drove from the person's house to here, and all I can tell you that the brakes don't really want to work, so it was pretty scary driving it home, and the suspension feels like you're handling a 40-foot yacht, and we're on land. I'd rather be on water, but we're on land. So why don't we take a little tour of this thing and get her cleaned up, because it's a bit dirty. So here in the front seat, this thing is clean. For a 20-something-year-old car, only 125,000 miles, this is pretty pristine. Look at these nostalgic seats. That's cool. It could use some vacuuming. Everybody coughs, and I have a lifetime supply of pillows in here. But other than the vacuum, this is pretty clean. We should start there. Okay, I'm sorry. This thing's gotta go. Oh, it looks better already. I bet you no one's touched that steering wheel for about 15 years. Feels good. Back here, even better. You get free stuff. Now my car won't get too hot. And a whole bag of kitty litter. I have cats. Score. Clear coat is all but gone, but hey, we could wrap it. Wrapping's a thing. And one other thing I know about this car is it's been all around the US. So only 125,000 miles, and this place has seen darn near 50 states. Now let me check under the hood. And that is about 50 states of dirt that we gotta clean up. New alternator though. Nice. Score. Now I did notice that looks like the cap is missing for the windshield wiper fluid. With all this dirt, there's probably some nice grime in there. But if I could direct your attention to up here, I found the cap. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these were stock on the 97 models. Good fit. Now, I did notice that we do have a sizable softball-sized dent that looks like, you know, they were just feeling around for a parking spot, and I think they found one. But what we could do is maybe on another episode, we can test out some of those viral Tic Tac videos and see if any of them work. Since the vet's at the hangar taking up a lift spot, I think we're gonna have to get this thing in the air the old-fashioned way. To jack and a little bit of elbow grease. Alrighty, I want to start with the brakes because that was a very scary ride home. So let's take the wheels off and do some visual inspection, see if we can see anything. Now I'm going to address the elephant in the room. I took a break to cook the family dinner, and I thought, you know what, let's trim up the beard a little bit. And I went a little too close to the skin. If you're offended by how I look now, I'm sorry, because I am too. I hate it, and you can't go back. You'll get over it. Well, here we are. After first glance, one thing's very apparent. Holy rust. And you can see my breath. It's cold. Since we got a whole lot of rust here, I'm gonna hit most things with some WD-40. Now let's hit it with a wire brush. We can see like what we're actually working with. May not be so bad. When you're sanding, don't forget to wear a mask. It's gonna get pretty gross. Okay, well, the brakes are rad. Brakes are rad for sure. Let's take a look at the suspension. Let's see what we got going on here. Clearly, we're gonna have rust. Definitely rust. You can't avoid that at this point. We've seen the car already. Well, let's take a deeper look. Follow me. I don't know what I expected, but I guess this is what I expected. I mean, everything's rusted. The sway bar is definitely made of rust. See, but if you look on the underside, it's not so rusty. It's only on the outside, in the wheel well here. Tie rods are rusty. The boots aren't too bad. Okay, we saw the front. Let's take a peeksy doodle at the back here. Come join me. And guess what? Looks exactly the same. Just a whole lot of rust. This bleeder valve I could actually take off. And if you look closely here, looks like the sway bar is about 70% rust. There is an exhaust hanger that is 90% rust. So maybe we just do cutoffs. Do a real bombing. Isn't that what Subarus are all about? With the, I mean, I could be one of those. It fits the rad dad wagon, right? I think so. So what do we learn from this? We definitely need a rear sway bar. That's on the list. Like, come here. Do you see this? Do you see this right here? That's a piece of sway bar. It, shouldn't do that. All right, well, that's all the time I have for today. We got a good starting ground here. We know what we got ourselves into. This car's badass. 97, 125,000 miles. A lot of rust. Most of this car is rust. But we'll get past that. We'll rub it off or we'll replace the part. But listen, this is gonna take some time. Let's make it safe to drive, and then we'll get there. We'll slowly replace all the parts. Listen, I'm not Superman. Like, I put my pants on just like you. Both legs at the same time. I jump. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I mean, I'm super pumped for this car. It's a wagon. That's awesome. And all 90s cars are just super cool, in my opinion. But if you made it this far in this episode, why not give us a like? It's super easy to do. You click that button, and it'll really help us out as a channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see some more, don't forget to subscribe. We got a lot coming out between the Corvettes, we got the Rad Wagon, and all my friends coming over that want me to work on their car. That's all I got for you right now. I gotta go back inside and hang out with the family. But I want to thank you guys. Bye now. Nostalgia. What word did I just try to say?
Let's kick it into turbo mode.
Hey, I'm Mike and my camera's shaking. That's who I am. It's not logical. Or plane coming. Plane's probably really loud. It'll super help this channel. Why am I sitting like this? It's not the best look.